remember about the house
Yes.
you lived in?
The house I lived in was always an apartment in Greece, and it was a beautiful place, a lovely apartment, and we had a lot of fun.
Where did most of your family's activities take place?
As a family, we ended up spending a lot of time at my dad's shop. He always had his own businesses, so my sister and I and the rest of the family spent time either in the shop or helping with the business, or when we were little, we were outside of the shop playing. It was a beautiful playground right across from it.
What was your neighborhood like?
The neighborhood was great. It was a lot of fun because there was a lot of all these little small shops and businesses, so people could go and talk and chit chat and buy their groceries and their produce and make friends and see their friends and the school and everything. It's like one of those typical neighborhoods that you see in Brooklyn in New York. It's just a big city with this neighborhood and everyone knows everyone, and you walk out every day and you have a good time.
What did you do for fun?
For fun, what I did is I liked sports, so I played a lot of sports and I watched a lot of sports on TV. We also went out swimming as I grew up a little bit. My parents started letting me go swim without any supervision, even when I was at your age. So I spent a lot of time on the beach, and I did some windsurfing and diving and all those kinds of cool things.
Tell me about the kind of people your parents were.
My parents are still the same kind of people, and you know them well. They speak Greek, and pretty much only Greek to you, but they're very giving. My mom likes to talk a lot, so she says a lot of things and a lot of words, but she also likes to please people. She likes to cook for them, and she likes to hug them, and she likes to play with them all the time. And my dad is even more outgoing than that. He doesn't say too many words, but he makes friends with people very quickly, and he likes to hang out and socialize with people.
What was important to your parents?
When I was growing up, what was important to my parents, number one thing, the most important thing for them was health, so they always did what they could to keep us good and healthy and in good shape. But then second most important thing was education. We could never skip a day without studying and working hard.
How did your family earn money?
I mentioned this. My dad, early on, before I was even born, he worked as a delivery guy for different companies, but then he started his own businesses, and he was pretty successful. So, and then he had some of our relatives working, our extended family working in his businesses, but he did very well. So he usually, as I was growing up, he had businesses, delivery businesses, then he owned a pastry shop, then he owned a different kind of business. He did very well.
Were there any major economic setbacks or successes?
Not setbacks, but there were reasons at times for our family to change what they were doing. My father came from a small village early on in his life, before I was born, when he was about 18, 20 years old, and he decided to move in the city. So it was, leaving the life of farming and raising livestock to live in the city, and that was really good for him. He did very well there, but we didn't really have many setbacks that really weren't anything significant.
How did your family spend money?
Really day-to-day stuff. So most of our money went to food. We ate well. We had everything we wanted, and going out and doing the things that we enjoyed doing. We didn't have anything extravagant. We always had one car, and other than that, we spent money with family. We had these big parties, and everybody ate and drank a bunch, and we had a good time.
Are there many people in the family that look similar?
Oh, yeah, but not too many people. Our family's huge. You know this. I have about 30 cousins, first cousins, and then a lot of uncles and aunts and all that stuff. But The only people that look very similar is my mom has two sisters. The three sisters look very much alike. They act alike, they speak alike, they sound the same way. That's it.
What was an outstanding family characteristic?
If we want to stay with that theme, my mom and her sisters, they all like to talk a lot, but they act the same way too. They like to cook for people and they like to enjoy what they cook, and they're great cooks, right? Really good.
Were there any diseases that ran through the family?
Not really. The only thing that I could think of was my dad had frequently kidney stones, and then I got them, so they're coming your way. So you'll be the next guy to be inheriting kidney stones.
Was anyone in the family famous? How?
Not really. Not significantly. We had a guy that was a pretty good soccer player, and then we had some people that would sing in the family, but not anybody really famous that you would know. No.
What do you remember about big family celebrations or events?
Oh, those were great. Those were a lot of fun. You were there in some of those, but you might not remember because you were little. But think of 50 people gathering, usually in either just a big place that we had some big places, or outdoors. And then we cooked a lot. We had a lot of lamb on a spit that we put. You know what that is, lamb on a spit? So yeah, we had those big celebrations, and then everybody having a little bit of wine and having a good time.